Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we have some pretty exciting news to talk about, and that is that the QA beta branch of Grand Theft Auto Online has actually been updated. Now, a lot of you guys are probably thinking to yourself right now, well, what does that mean, and why do I care about that? Well, this is really great news if we're all looking forward to the next update, which we believe is going to be Gunrunning, and everyone is pretty hyped, obviously, about this, as it's been a long time since we've had a pretty significant DLC in Grand Theft Auto Online. So, getting back to what I said, the QA beta branch has been updated. So I'll leave a link in the description. If you go to this website, you can check out the Steam database page for GTA 5. And if we actually take a look at it, we can see that QA beta was actually updated today 3 times on Wednesday, May 17th. So Rockstar actually made 3 changes. I think they were like a couple minutes apart. So the first change happened, at least when I took this screenshot, 3 hours ago. And then the latest one, it was about 2 hours ago. So that's pretty cool. And then if we go into the depot page itself, you can see QA Beta 2 was actually updated 20 hours ago. That is not significant. QA Beta 2 is used for like nightly fixes. So for like bugs and glitches and, patching stuff like that. QA Beta is the real important one. And that is a new build idea of 1827647. I don't know if that ID is important at all, but it is very exciting that QA Beta has received an update. Now, again, you're probably asking yourself, what does this mean and why is this significant? To really put the long story short, it means that the next DLC is really close. Now, to dive into that a little bit more, QA Beta is Rockstar's private branch where they can test and update and build new content in Grand Theft Auto Online without making it public to the world. So on this QA beta branch, they've got all the gun running stuff. They're in the final testing stages of it. They're tweaking and fixing and patching and updating the new content. And it looks as if this version right here that they just published out is the one that they're going to get approved by Sony, Microsoft, and Steam. Before Rockstar can put out an update, they've got to get it approved by the consoles so that there's either nothing malicious or that it works well with their systems. So that's what that is right there. That QA beta branch is being sent out to the console heads, Sony, Microsoft, and Steam, in order to get it pushed out for their consoles so that it can be released. So that's actually pretty exciting. What it also means is that that is like the final testing version of Gunrunning. So Gunrunning is like almost probably 95 to 98% done right now, which is exciting to know. We hardly know no information about this update, but the fact that Rockstar is nearly complete with it and has already pushed out kind of an update like this is pretty cool. Now, the good bit of information here, what does this mean for us? When QA beta gets updated, it typically means the DLC is 2 to 3 weeks away. We've seen this in the past with previous updates. In fact, the most recent one was spot on 2 weeks. The same day that Rockstar actually announced Cunning Stunt Special Vehicle Circuit, QA Beta was updated, and then exactly 2 weeks later, the DLC was added into the game on March 14th. The same thing can be said about Import-Export. Its QA beta branch was updated about 2 weeks before it was released. Also with Bikers, with Cunning Stunts, with Finance and Felony. Essentially, the same pattern has happened for basically the last year of Grand Theft Auto Online updates. So to me, that's pretty exciting, and I know that should be pretty exciting for all of you as well, but it means that this update is likely going to be coming out within 2 to 3 weeks. So let's just do a quick take at what Rockstar is going on right now. They've got current Grand Theft Auto Online bonuses, which are going on from May 16th through the 25th. And then they've got a premium race and a time trial ending on May 29th. So just based off of that information, I would say that it's very unlikely the DLC comes out anytime between now and Memorial Day, which is Monday, May 29th. I don't think it's going to come out Friday, the 26th. So I think the first possible date we could get this update is Tuesday, May 30th, with the more likely date, in my opinion, being Tuesday, June 6th. Those are the 2 dates for me that I think would be the most likely. And I don't think it would be the Tuesday after that, which is June 3rd, because that's actually when E3 is going on, which is like the world's largest video game conference. And I don't think Rockstar would want to compete with that and all the information and news that would be going on then. So I still believe that those are going to be the likely dates, May 30th or June 6th. Now, there is a possibility that sometime going forward, whether it's this week or next week, that we get some information from Rockstar regarding a trailer, regarding screenshots, because that's also how they get the screenshots and trailer. They have to have like the beta branch for them to play it on so that they can get the footage. So I definitely think that sometime soon, and of course this is just my opinion, we're going to be getting a trailer, whether it's later this week, whether it's the day after the event ends, which would be the 26th of May. I think that's cutting it a little close to the vest, but some people have said that that is the timeline in which Rockstar actually do things. This is actually a pretty interesting tweet from Foxy Snaps. It says, current Grand Theft Auto Online event ends 5/25, implying a Newswire post on Friday, May 26th. The last time news was on a Friday was December the 2nd, which of course was announcing import-export. Now that is his guess and his speculation, but that's kind of the same thing I'm thinking, is that that might occur as well. Now what's also pretty interesting is another bit of information that comes from Foxy Snaps. Although we've talked about this in the past, it seems as if Rockstar's magic number for releasing updates is 84. So the number of days between Lowriders Customs Classics and Finance and Felony was 84 days. Between Cunning Stunts and Bikers was 84 days. And between the Xmas DLC and Cunning Stunts Special Vehicle Circuit, it was 84 days as well. Although it does seem that Rockstar skip the 84 days every other DLC. So is this one going to be different? So to be honest, I look at this and say, well, I can't really see a clear pattern here. Yes, it is kind of a coincidence that 84 days has been there 3 times, but it's all over the place. There was 92 days, there was 35 days, 77 days. So I think that it's kind of all over the place, but it never exceeds 92 days, or at least it hasn't yet. But just be on the lookout for that. I think, like I said, that information is kind of interesting right there. So we will kind of keep an eye on that and monitor it as it goes along. Again, you guys have heard my prediction. I think it's either going to be May 30th or June 6th, one of those 2 dates. But anyways, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. What do you think this QA beta branch of Grand Theft Auto Online getting updated means? Do you think that we are about 2 or 3 weeks away from the DLC? When do you think it's going to release? Do you think that will happen on either May 30th or June 6th? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comment section down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.